Day 29. This is actually take 2 for today's daily diary for Flashpoint 100X. Before I do it, I just flash this sign here. Day 29. Yeah, this episode, actually this session it's almost 10 p.m. I guess 3 hours in the making. What had happened was, there's good news out of this, but what had happened was I was doing my recording as usual around 7-ish, right before bedtime for Jade. And I finished my recording. I was talking. And then I looked down, and it seemed like I ran out of memory space on my SD card. So I'm like, ah. So I actually went to see how much I missed, and I probably missed like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. And then I started thinking, man, how come I'm using this crappy mic? Like I have this. Oh man, I don't want to move things around here because it's a disaster here. But I have like these. What do you call these mics again? Lab something mics. Anyways, and I'm like, it sounds terrible. I'm a podcaster. Why don't I use my mics? I have all the equipment in the world. So I pulled out my H4n digital recorder. Let me see if I could pull this up here, right here. My H4n, which has a soldier, but it never worked fully. The monitor, the line out never really worked. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it apart. The engineering in me, the curious 5-year-old, figuring out how things work. So I started taking it apart. All these small screws. Maybe I thought it was just the port on it. Anyways, long story. I took it fully apart and I found out what the issue was. It was the volume button couldn't go back up. And it reminded me that when I did a video to Zoom, what's up? I'm going to tag you guys. But I had sent them a video showing them maybe like 2 years ago, and it happened like 1 month after my warranty ended. I'm like, oh, the volume doesn't work. And then so they gave me an option to just purchase something on a discount. And I'm like, you know what? It still works when I connect 2 different mics and I'm in person. I'm like, it's fine. I don't need the monitor. But connecting it to a DSLR camera, it never works. So I took it apart, realized that the switch for the volume was basically cracked. So I was pushing it and it fell right off. So here I am plugging it in with a metal thing, trying to get the digital volume to go up. And here we are. It works. I'm using my mic and played with the volume. And I'm pretty pumped about this situation right now. So that's a huge, huge win. If this didn't work and I wanted to upgrade the volume, the microphone, I got to buy a boom mic on the DSLR. Which if you want a decent one, I'm a podcaster, you're going to look at least $100 minimum. Or fix my digital recorder so I could use these XLR mics or any, upgraded microphones. But yeah, how do I sound? Let me know. Is this upgraded or anything? But yeah, it's totally what I wasn't going to talk about today. But what else happened today? Virtual school was great. Had a big break, so before lunch, so me and Jade went for a walk, and I definitely want to tell this story too because Jade really, when she wants something, she really wants to do it now. So I'm like, you want to go to the park? She's like, yeah, let's go to the park. And I'm like, okay, let's go to the park. But why don't we go visit Mama? Mama's going to be super happy. We visit her. She literally works like 300 meters away from our front door at Starbucks here. And I guess she sort of agreed, but not really because she wanted to go. So I said, let's go visit her. And she started freaking out. She's like standing at the corner, not coming. And then I just kept walking. I said, I'm going to keep going. And I keep looking back and she's following, right? And finally I see Betty. She comes out and she waves at Jade, and Jade's just all angry. She's just angry. So I kind of get into the door and I could see her walking, it starts crying, yelling. Anyways, Betty's like, okay, I gotta go. So I go out and go talk to her, and she's just crying, bawling. And then this person here, walking the dog, not minding her own business, comes to me and says, is this your child? Are you the dad? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, thinking to myself, why don't you mind your own business? It's okay that a child is crying. I'm not doing anything. I'm standing here having a staring competition with my child. Yeah, so that was interesting. Workday, got back to inbox zero today. Had a key marketing meeting get rescheduled till tomorrow, which opened up space for me to work on and change gears on back to customer service processes. So I was working on service level agreements and how our departments will take care of tickets as they come in and how fast we want to do it, and build all the KPIs to that. So that was great. And 6 minutes already. New meal. We made a new meal today. Actually, it wasn't a meal, but a new recipe. It was a zucchini fritter, and going gluten-free. I would say vegetarian, 95% vegan. It has put in Betty and I into this new creative space where we're just cooking and creating and doing things and doing it together. Teamwork makes the dream work. So in the morning when we got back from that episode, after where that person wasn't minding their own business, we went to the park, came back, it was around 11:30. I started sous chefing, prepping for this dish, shredding the zucchini, chopping the onions, garlic, whatever. And then when Betty had a chance, she started mixing it all in, putting it together. And around 4 p.m., I made the patties, put it there, and just fried it up. Oh, man, that was cool. I was really excited about that. And, yeah, over the last week, we did, I think, five new recipes so far. It's pretty tasty. I'm loving it. It interrupts, it breaks me from working, from family time, but also something to create and enjoy together as a family. But that's it. Day 29, Flashpoint 100X, 100-day journey to 100X my business. Right here we go. Thank you for taking your time. Keep sending me the messages. I love hearing from you. It really makes me feel good. Hopefully this inspires you. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow.